Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Bryna, and today I'm going to be talking about my no spend challenge from September 24th to October 24th of this year. So a little bit of a backstory about why I decided to do the no spend was I went into my bank account and I wanted to look, as you know, any young adult, like how much money do I have, and also wanted to do a check-in on what I was spending my money on. And I noticed that these were the expenses. You can pause to read that if you want. It came out, but I'll read it out for you. It came out to $78.73 of coffee purchases. This is all with my debit card as well, by the way. And I also bought things prior to this in cash. And this was over the span of 20 days. So $78.73 in coffee purchases, $99.14 in quick food service purchases, like at a gas station, or like Whole Foods was the big one. I love going to Whole Foods. Birthday, my friend's birthday, I spent $165.13. I love to buy a lot of stuff when I go out, and I splurge all the time. Clearly. Dinners at work instead of cooking for myself, and that was a huge one that I was really trying not to do. And then I checked in, and this is what I've paid with my card rather than paying with cash, because I definitely bought food during my work with cash, $217.26. Overall, on my debit card, it came out to $560.26. That was in a 20-day period, not including what I had already previously spent using cash. So instead of doing that, because that's just ridiculous, I decided I'm gonna be doing a no spend month, with only, I guess, one exception. The only exception being my partner and I are currently doing an alphabet dating series that we've been doing since the beginning of this year. We've been doing one every few years now. This one is cafe based, so it goes directly against the no buying from cafes, which I love buying coffee out. It's something I'm so guilty for instead of just making it at home. So yesterday we went to U, because usually if we do 2 to 3 per month, we stay within the exact amount of letters of the alphabet per months of the year. We did U yesterday, and I was hoping to do it towards more of the end of the month, so it would feel more like a treat, and then I would not feel as guilty. But you know, I feel like it's not deterring from my actual no spend, because it's not like I'm going out intentionally purchasing or unintentionally purchasing, because when I was there, I intentionally chose things that were either reasonable price. I wanted to try it, and it was for the specific challenge that the dating series that my girlfriend and I do together. So yeah, had to convince myself that that one was okay. But yeah, so a little bit about how the no spend works is I basically am just cooking for myself, because I used to not do that. So now I cook for myself and it sounds so silly to say that, but previously I used to be like, wow, yeah, my girlfriend just makes all the meals and I just clean all the time. Like, that's our deal. And then it got to a point where I realized I was spending a lot of money on basically essentially takeout or fast food type things or pre-made things, because I didn't want to take the time to cook, because I wasn't very comfortable cooking anymore. I just kind of got out of the habit of it, and it cost me so much money extra to do that, and it's not good for your body to do that, and you don't feel good to do that. One thing I have noticed is like my skin has gotten a little bit better. It's still doing its own thing, but we can't get mad at it for more existing. So yeah, so annexing the takeout annexing the coffees out. Aside from the cafe series, the next one I'm doing this month is going to be V, and there's a really cute coffee shop that we're going to that does more of like sandwiches and coffees, but I think I'm just going to do a coffee this next time when we go there, because I don't know if I'm going to want to eat. So for the coffee series, that's going to be staying in for the month. I don't know if it's going to happen by the end of the 24th, which is when we're doing the capping the challenge, the no spend challenge. But so far, by changing my habits, just by buying my groceries as I normally do, because me and my partner buy groceries together, and then she cooks. She doesn't go out to eat, so she'll cook up the groceries. We haven't been wasting as much because I'm also cooking up the groceries now. We're using up more stuff because I'm actually cooking with them now, which is great. And I'm saving on average $30 a day by changing my habits of what I was doing before to now cooking and having my coffees at home. And I will say I'm very lucky to work in an industry right now where I'm able to have things like a soda at work for free, aka like the place I will work will provide that, or they'll provide a coffee or something. So like if I am wanting an extra boost of energy during the day, my work when I'm working will provide those things, which is very, very nice and very generous and very helpful for the challenge when I'm trying to save money. But I'm obviously, if you watch the shorts, I drink like 3 cups of coffee a day. And also being someone who's newly sober, because I quit drinking over 55 days ago, and I'm on day 9 of my quitting vaping. So a lot of changes in my life, and essentially if I had to cut out coffee and not have a bunch of coffee, and I think that's also why I was spending a lot of money, was because of everything that I am reducing in my life, which is great, but when you kick one habit, you often fill it with another. So that's something to be cognizant about. I'm not too sure what I do. Literally this entire time that I haven't been going out to eat or going out to coffee shops and stuff, I've been obsessive about posting videos and sharing my life on the internet, and I don't know if that's, yeah. So that's like what I've filled my void with, I guess. So yeah, if you want to do your own spend challenge, my only advice to you is that you really analyze what you're spending your money on. For me, it was thoughtless, like I was just existing, and I've spent this like this years. So this is something that I'm really trying to combat, because I could save so much more money, and thankfully I'm not someone who's in like credit card debt or anything, but if this was something that was going on to credit, for example, that could be a huge hole and huge debt that would really ruin my life for a long time. So if that's something that you can relate to, because we all deserve to live the life we want to live, and we all deserve the effort it takes to live our best life. If you can relate to that, leave me a heart down below. Ask me any questions you want about what I'm making or what I'm doing to occupy my time. I made bagels for the first time. If you saw that live, leave me a little bagel emoji. Yeah, so that's kind of just a little update on and long form explanation on what my reasoning was for the no spend challenge, and then I guess the only rules you could say for it. Very, very loose. And the one exception being the date series that I'm doing. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed this little video and a little explanation. If you enjoy listening to my rambles, then you can hit the subscribe button. I post videos pretty much every day. Definitely post shorts almost every day. And I am trying to figure out what kind of long form videos I like to post more frequently. So let me know what you'd like, and I will probably do that for you. Bye.